Guys, you're about to get the ultimate practice guide to getting faster at downstrokes and just playing better metal guitar rhythms in general. So I'm gonna skip the intro on this one. We're gonna get right into the meat and potatoes. Kinda hungry now. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna give you a practice pattern. Actually, it's a two-part metal rhythm guitar pattern that's gonna include downstrokes. Actually, the whole thing is downstrokes. And then we're gonna play this together in 6 different BPMs, okay? So this is gonna help you build up speed fast. It's going to help you play more accurately, and more importantly, it's going to help you with your timing and stay in the appropriate tempo, because that's a problem we have as we start to play faster. So let's dig into this, guys. I'm going to show you the pattern first, and then we'll play these in 6 different tempos with full backing tracks. All right, now let's break down this riff real quick that you're going to be playing over 6 different BPMs. So the riff is fairly simple. Again, it's 2 parts. Here's part 1. All we're doing there is we're playing a C power chord, sliding that to a B power chord, then we're hitting that open E string, palm muted, and then we start chugging away on those downstrokes. And for the riff that we're going to be playing, that first part's going to be played 4 times before going to the second half of the riff. And then we'll play that entire pattern 4 times. Now, all I'm doing here is I'm starting out for that first part. I'm starting out on the 2nd string, 2nd fret, and I'm downstroke picking back and forth between that A string and the E string. So that E string is going to be open, it's going to be muted, so it's going to sound like this. Then we go into the riff. On the A string is just 2, 3, 1. Now, the second part of that is the exact same concept. We're just playing it at a different place on the A string, a different fret here. So instead of starting on the 2nd fret, we're going to be starting on the 7th fret. Same thing, we're back and forth, downstroking back and forth between the A and the E string. And then we're going 7, 8, 6. Now let me play the riff in its entirety before we get into the actual BPM. So this is the entire riff that you're going to be playing over 6 different BPMs. Now we're going to start out slow, guys, but don't worry, this is going to get pretty fast, I promise you. So we're going to start out at a BPM of 137. You'll hear the cymbal 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you'll start. Now we started out slow just so you can get used to playing the pattern, but now we're gonna jump 20 BPMs, okay? We're gonna bump up to 157 now. Here's your countdown to extinction. Okay, let's bump it up 10 more. We're gonna go to 167 BPM. So here's your countdown. All right, so we're starting to pick up some speed here. You know, that was much more difficult than the 137, but now we're gonna bump it up 10 more. We're gonna go to 177. Here's your countdown. Now we're gonna do another 20 BPM jump like we did in the beginning. We're going from 177 to 197, so this is gonna be a little bit more challenging. Here's your countdown. Alright guys, now it's time for the last BPM, the last backing track that we're going to play to. We're actually going to break the 200 mark on this one. Now what I'll say before we go forward is if you're hung up on the last one we just played or any of the other BPMs with the backing tracks that we've gone over, what I would encourage you to do is just go back to those parts and just practice those over and over until you have them tight. Because you don't want to play fast just for the sake of playing fast, because then it's going to end up sounding sloppy. So, you know, practice those and then come back to this part later if you're having trouble. Now, if you're ready, we're going to bump this up to 207 BPM. Here's your final countdown. Guys, if you have any other questions about this video or about downstrokes and how to play faster or anything at all, just leave those in the comments below. You guys know I'm a sucker for metal guitar conversation. I try to reply to all of you guys, and you know, I appreciate you all. I appreciate your support. So guys, until the next video, as always, keep it metal. I'm gonna finish my tacos now. I've got like 4 more to finish here. They're good.